One HD, the show that's got us all in a spin. We're going live with Kat.
Last week saw a double elimination as Richie, Shane, Danielle and Lee C left the competition. Now we go from the top 20 to the final 10. With 5 girls and 5 boys, the pressure is on as the dancers must learn 2 new dance styles.
We're in the top 10 now.
There's no room for error.
Who can rise to the challenge?
Come on, Izzy!
Let's go!
Who is ready to break?
I'm just not backing down.
Who is desperate to be crowned Britain's favourite dancer? Welcome to So You Think You Can Dance. Please welcome your top 10 dancers, Katrina and Tom, Bethany Rose and Israel, Charlotte and Matt, Kirsty and Libby, Katie and Luke. Here are the girls. And here are your guys. It's your top 10.
Please welcome your host, Kat Deely.
Hello, top 10. I salute you. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to So You Think You Can Dance. Lovely for you to be here. Thank you very much for coming. Just 5 couples remain, but as the number of dancers goes down, the amount of pressure they're under goes up. This week, they've had to master not 1, but 2 brand new dance styles. And if they don't deliver, they risk losing out on that place in next week's quarterfinals, not to mention the £50,000 prize money and the chance to dance in Hollywood. There can be no... Anyone would think you'd practice that. There can be no fear, no excuses and no mistakes, because later on in our live results show, 1 more guy and 1 more girl will be sent home by our judges. But before I introduce them, I have some bad news and I have some good news. Bad news first. Unfortunately, due to his commitments in America, Nigel Lithgow is unable to take his place on the panel this week. I need more. Thank you. If we're going to do panto, let's do it well. Now, as you know, Nigel is a shy, retiring wallflower, and so we needed to find someone with all those qualities. And the good news is, we did. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Showbiz himself, John Barrowman. Hey! Alongside him, tonight's head judge, Arlene Bennett. Singer, model, dancer, she's a triple threat, is, of course, Louise Redknapp. The only man who can make Lady Gaga look underdressed. He's working a braid. It's Cisco Gomez. John? Yes. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's very exciting to be here.
Thank you very much indeed for coming to the show. Now, you met a lot of our dancers during the audition period.
Yes.
So what are you expecting from the top 10 tonight? You're going to want to see a bit of growth, right?
Well, growth throughout the series, but also what I'm looking for with my West End and Broadway background, I'm going to be looking for storytelling and also, most importantly, being entertained. There's a fresh set of eyes on this panel tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and they may see your top 10 very differently, so be prepared.
Ooh, I can hardly wait.
I'm expecting some booze, I'll tell you that.
That's fine. That's fine. Will you be expecting the rotten eggs and tomatoes? That's the question. Arlene, now the dancers had to learn 2 dances this week. How difficult is that for them? Because obviously they've now been going for a few weeks. They've had to process both sets of choreography. How difficult is this?
It's really difficult, but you know what, Kat? I am so over the nursery slopes. Let's get down the Black Run and let's get some fire in this show.
Okay, we're ready for it. We're going to bring some fire. Thank you very much, judges. Thank you. Now, each of our 5 couples will be performing 2 routines, so that's 10 fantastic dances for you to enjoy, including a cheeky Charleston, a jumping jazz number, and a Viennese waltz. At the end of the show, the phone line's open, and it's down to you to help keep your favourite couples safe by voting for them. The 2 couples with the fewest votes will both be in the danger zone in our live results show later on tonight. They must then split and each perform a solo routine, after which our judges will send 1 girl and 1 guy home. Stern faces. The dancers are all anxiously waiting backstage, so let's get started. Kicking things off, it's Katrina and Tom. Now, hold on a second. Last week, Tom felt the force of the judges' comments, so to fight back, he's become a superhero. Move over, Spidey. Salsa Man's in town.
Last week for me was really hard. I was quite upset on the judges' comments.
Tom, it's not happening.
You need to step up.
It's kind of like nitpicking.
I want to say,
I did really feel for Tom because he got criticised again, but he worked so hard and I love dancing with him.
Tough tonight for you, Tom.
Really tough night.
Okay, you have jazz and the salsa.
I think we're just going to really enjoy this week. We've got 2 different styles and we're just going to give it our all, as we always do.
The jazz routine that Tom and Katrina are doing is slick, it's sexy, it's just true jazz. Right up.
Tom felt quite low this week after the judges' comments.
You feeling low?
Yeah.
I think you used that.
Katrina and Tice both told me to keep going.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll keep his spirits high.
By the time we got to salsa, I was feeling a lot more positive.
This routine is actually of World Championship level, so it's a lot of content, very difficult to master in a short space of time.
Chris was great at keeping our energy up. We're absolutely loving it.
You gotta believe in yourselves. You've gotta become salsa.
Do you reckon you can become salsa?
Oh yes.
Salsa man, hey? Yeah?
Bring it on!
Is it Bird? Is it Blaine? No, it's Katrina Ballerina and Salsa Man. Okay, they opened the show. Arlene, I'm coming to our head judge. What does she have to say on the matter?
I have to say that the salsa needs sauce, it needs sex, it needs sizzle. It speaks with the hips, not the lips. And you know, even with a magnifying glass, I could not see hip action. It's about the hips, guys. It's about using the feet and using the hips. I didn't see. You were racing and you were pacing. I've never seen anyone skip in the salsa before.
To me, it looked like it was two people dancing individually, and salsa, there's meant to be fun, there's meant to be passion. To me, there was no sexuality in it, there was no passion in it. It was a little bland and not a very sicey dipping salsa.
Okay. See, racy and pacey always sounded quite good to me, but Lou?
Do you know, this part was working. You worked on your faces. That I don't think any of us can deny. But it didn't have a sexy salsa energy is what this needed. Katrina, I don't think being sexy comes naturally to you. I think this is something you are really going to have to work on. You know, you're a fab dancer, but it's got to be more than the dance.
Show us a sexy face.
What now?
What kind of face should she have? A sexy face?
Save it for later, John.
Well, you know, you've got to use your eyes. You've got to use the expression. You've got to feel sexy. It's not just a routine. You've got to like a bit of a pout. I can't do it right now, but it has become.
Given the right environment, she can.
It's because you're moving your hips, and your hips make everything feel sexy.
Yeah.
Okay, Cisco.
I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree. I thought Tom. This is the first time that I've seen you come alive. You were in your element when it comes facially, and you were so expressionate, and I loved it. You're in the game, mate. That was really good. I've never seen this side of you. Katrina, you know, I'm going to agree a little bit. It wasn't my favourite dance out of you two. It needed more of that fire. But, you know, there are other Latin styles that need more sex, like the samba or the paso doble. And to be honest, a salsa like that, I wouldn't mind. Thank you very much.
Find that sexy, yeah?
A salsa doesn't have to be sexy all the time.
Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. I'm moving on. If that dynamic duo are your heroes, then you need to call. It's 09015 22 23 01. Remember, each couple will be performing 2 different routines tonight, and the phone lines won't open until we've seen them all. Some of the numbers are different this week, so take care to note them down correctly. Ladies and gents, Katrina and Salsa Man. Thank you. I'll have a mojito. Easy.